Charles Powell that crisp September morning when he walked into his executive office at the J.P. McCready Company. And why shouldn't it? Charlie Powell was a big shot there. At 37, executive vice president of one of the largest manufacturers of heavy construction equipment in the country. And he had done it all in less than 12 years. It was a real-life Horatio Alger story, even to his being engaged to J.P. McCready's daughter, Allison. How could anything go wrong? But it did. The moment he walked into his private office. Yes, Elsie.
There's someone to see you.
Appointment?
No, sir, but he says that you'll see him. Mr. Powell, maybe you'd better come in and explain.
Yes, all right, come in.
What is this?
Sorry if I sound strange, but really, Mr. Powell, that man is kind of frightening.
And more to the point, why?
CBS Radio Mystery Theater, Episode 5, No Hiding Place.
It's a mystery theater.
Yeah, it's all radio. There's no like,
You know anybody by that name?
you know, so it's all voices too. So it's like,
Oh, it doesn't ring a bell. All right, send him in. I'll get rid of him.
Okay. Don't say I didn't warn you. Mr. Powell.
I stumbled upon this completely on accident.
Nice of you to see me, Mr. Powell. Well, I try to see everybody, Mr. Just Clint. I don't
Yo,
think
you know what's
ever
crazy?
knew me by anything but Clint.
What?
You must remember, Mr. Powell. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't... Come on, give it a try. Give it a good try. Now, look here, I'm busy, and I have neither the time nor the patience. You must be putting on an act, Mr. Charles Powell.
All right, how about on this back one? Can you put the black Zindin logo?
3541063.
Black?
Yeah, the black one.
What? Yeah.
Which one's that?
The one where it's like the pieces are separate and then they come together and they separate.
I thought that might help you remember.
I just watched The Oath on Hulu with
Sorry, Mr.
Ike
McCready, I
Birkenholtz,
guess the day
Birkenholtz,
bothering you.
Yeah.
You man
whatever his
don't
name is,
know.
and
Here I take you to the
Yeah.
best French
and
restaurant.
Tiffany Haddish,
Get your food.
and their name, his name's in there was Mr. Powell.
Dinner away. I've been done.
Yeah.
Did I send all that good food back without eating it? You did? I particularly wanted to see you alone, Charles, because I have a little news for you. News? What kind of news, Mr. McCready? And that's another thing. You're so damned formal with me, Mr. McCready. Do you realize that in exactly 5 weeks you're going to be one of the
So damned
happiest
formal,
couples I
Mr.
realize.
McGreedy.
How could I overlook it when Allison keeps reminding me regularly? Very well, then. Do you think it proper to call your
All right, how are we looking? You ready?
Mr. McGreedy?
Getting
You
there.
don't start calling me John.
Getting there.
Okay? John Littleby. I'm going to leak a little information to you. Yes.
I'm going to
You
leak.
know, I've been thinking of stepping down from the presidency of the company. Yes, well, it has been rumored, but I wish you'd reconsider. Now, sincerely, the place wouldn't be the same without you. Oh, I'd still be there, Charlie. I'm not giving up my stock. The name of the company will still be J.P. McCready Company. The only difference will be that you will be sitting at my desk. Sitting at your desk.
Sitting at Mr. McCready's
I
desk?
thought Hedges was slated to take over when you stepped down.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine being able to sit at Mr. McCready's desk? Oh, Mr. McCready, can you? Oh, Mr. Powell. Oh,
Yes, Mr. McCready.
yes, Mr. Powell. Do you think you could?
Mr. McCready, Mr. Powell,
Mr. Powell,
both of
you're
you.
gonna go. Yeah.
Mr. McCready, I need to see you in my office.
This is basically how everybody used to talk back in the day.
Bring
Bring
Mr. McCready. Bring Mr. McCready with you, please.
Mr. Powell.
Ask me if I wanted the
Yeah.
job. Is it necessary
That's
to
how everybody is talking.
You're talking about ambition.
Is it necessary to ask?
It had to be the top job, or you'd move on.
There is something to be said about you know what I'm saying, like there being the generic voice.
It's kind of cool.
You know what I'm saying? All right, so Jose is coming. Uncle C-Hack is not coming.
This looks dope.
Yeah, right. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? We low key, you gotta change the chroma key though.
Why?
It's you don't see the waves in the black. Yo, you see the waves in the black.
Waves.
Waves.
I don't see no waves.
It's like you gotta adjust either the brightness or.
Pick any of those shades you like.
You know what I'm saying? What up, player?
How you living?
You know.
I have not. How you doing, Cody?
Hey, what's up, man?
Barney.
This is Barney.
Nice to meet you.
All right, just leave it. I mean, it looks wavy, but it's fine.
I think that's just kind of how it looks.
Nah, my G.
No?
It's the chroma key. Whatever the.
No, because look at it right now. It still looks wavy, right?
Yeah.
That's without the chroma key over it.
Okay.
This is just the video.
All right, leave it. It looks wavy.
It looks fine though. It looks good.
Is that moonshine?
I wish. Just water.
I'm just kidding.
This is like a cool setup we got here. Yeah.
You're a cool setup.
I'm glad, man.
It's my cool setup?
It's Barney's cool setup.
You're a cool setup.
You know what I'm saying? I try my best.
Whoa.
You're doing a lot.
Wow. True colors, mate. Your true colors.
I see your true colors. Oh look, it's less wavy now.
It's what?
Less wavy.
Yeah, see, I told you it was something.
Gamma.
There's like a big room on the other side. Holy shit. Yeah.
I don't know. Now whatever you're doing looks dope.
It's pretty fire. We're gonna like do this live audience out there. Dude, that's a great idea. That's so cool.
Yo, we're gonna talk about it, but I'm gonna ask you about Patreon
Hell yeah.
on the live.
All about Patreon. Is there anything you want us to talk about? Yeah, talking about Patreon is dope. Because we're all about that.
Yep.
Anything you don't want us to talk about? I don't know. I don't think I have any affairs or scandals that could
Yo, no.
be under too far.
You
Nah,
can
mad
always just be like, I don't want to talk about that.
Mad affairs
We'll move
and
on.
scandals.
Mad scandals though. I'm doing my research. Did a deep dive in Cody Pope. Yeah. Just been trying to edit that wiki page. Do you know this dude, Chris Hayes?
That sounds mad familiar. Is he like a show promoter or something?
Mad Janky.
No,
Yeah, I think so. Like Chris Hayes 508.
Yep.
Okay, I seen his shit.
He's funny.
He used to do like a big festival or something.
We used to do a show at Puffer Bellies. He would say that he sold like
Yeah.
1,000 tickets.
Okay, I remember that
In all
dude.
reality, he had sold those tickets to artists, but promoted it as sold out.
Crazy.
He's such a piece of shit.
Yeah.
So anyway, we can talk about janky promoters.
Alright,
I don't
I'm
think
with the
that's all his
shit.
name, but I will because I'm not fucking scared of him.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Little midget ass motherfucker.
Oh.
Damn, yo, can I get some of those chips, my G?
These sun chips right here.
Yeah. What kind are these?
These are French onion.
Oh, okay. So we can use these.
Why?
Yeah, I went to the.
Sour cream.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like. Oh yeah, it contains wheat and milk ingredients. Listen, I'm back on my shit though. I just want to let you know that.
Vegan.
Nah,
Okay.
it's like. But it's like I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta slowly like drop out of it, cause.
Not cold turkey because that's not vegan.
Yeah. Now I went to the place Garden of Eden. That place when you called yesterday.
What'd you say?
The place Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
It's fire.
All vegan.
I had some shake.
All vegan, all day,
I had some smoothie.
every day.
And I was like, yo, you know what's crazy? I got, you know what I'm saying? I got the sea moss moringa joint. And I was like, yo, you know what's crazy? It's like it's my birthday, right? And my favorite thing is pistachio muffins, pistachio cake. Usually every year somebody gets me something, right? Like a little either muffin or. Anyways.
No pistachio?
No pistachio. Get there, order this little.
You didn't tell nobody neither, because I would got some pistachios.
I didn't tell anybody. Went there, got the sea moss moringa shake smoothie. Fam, tell me that shit didn't taste like a damn pistachio muffin.
Tasted like a
I'm
damn.
probably not gonna drink sea moss, but
You should, fam, you should. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, it tastes like iodine. Like, you know what I'm saying? I felt mad healthy.
Sho, do you mind turning the main light off? I think we decided that looks better, right?
Yep.
Wait.
We got a bit too much strong glow.
Your justification for
There.
wanting somebody to drink it is it tastes like iodine?
No.
This shit's
Like sea moss and stuff tastes like iodine
Yeah, why would I want to drink that?
because it's good for your body.
Is it?
Yeah. Iodine is one of the top things that we don't get enough of, and it's like literally one of the biggest things that we're made up of. Because it's like in kelp, and you know what I'm
That's why
saying?
they put it in salt?
Right.
Or why they iodized
They
salt?
iodize salt.
I eat seaweed chips.
So
Are they
you're
iodized?
it's in there.
Do you iodize your seaweed chips?
So what you're saying is I don't have to drink sea moss.
Oh, you should drink sea moss.
I'm so not going to.
I mean, that's fine.
How are we looking?
So yeah, it's 2 hours there.
That's better.
No, like before I was a vegan, like I was a full, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, okay. I'm with it. I'm just getting my munchies on right now because the 2 episodes that I ate munchies on the couch, I spent a lot of time eating and not a lot of time talking.
Yeah, but now you're just gonna get this. This
No,
is
I'm
gonna
good,
give you
thank
more
you,
time
man.
to be on your phone.
Nah, I've been
needs to
not
go on his
doing that
phone.
either. But also, I
You know what I'm
do need to
saying?
be on my phone so I can check the comments and.
Nah.
Actually, no,
Yo,
I
Maddox.
do that.
Yeah,
We'll
Barney.
let- we'll
Yeah.
let facts about what we're talking about.
Yo, nobody
I like
cares
to
about
look-
your
yeah, I
facts.
like
Your
to look back
facts
and
is
forth
your
about
facts
your
is wrong though. That's the thing.
No, they're not.
Yo, pull up the facts.
Dude, we make no mistake of telling everyone that it's misinformation. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like, don't try and be informed by us.
Fucking Copernicus.
Yo, I still can't believe I've been getting that wrong for so long. Do you know who Copernicus is?
It's like a philosopher.
Yeah, but you know which one though.
Nah, I don't know if I don't know if I could accurately.
See, so it don't even matter that I got it wrong. Nobody even knows who Copernicus is. No way. Fuck that nigga. Let's get
Anybody
in
watched
there.
the show and took that away is like, yo, you know about Copernicus?
You know what? For Copernicus?
I learned this from the YDD Sho last time.
Welcome. Let's go. Stovetop boost. No. Copernicus is the dude who basically said that we're in the solar system.
Yo, how do you download YouTube videos?
No.
Huh?
I don't know. YouTube downloader. See, I already don't know what. I already forgot. Nah, I don't know. Yo, I don't know what that is, Barney, but
What?
that's not the one. Oh, maybe it is the one. Copernicus is the one that said that the Earth is. Oh man, I never remember. Galileo was the one that says that the Earth's the center of the universe. That's what it is. That's what I got wrong. I forget what Copernicus said, but Galileo is the one that I'm usually referring to that I keep getting wrong.
Okay. Ooh, these Uno cards are fire, playa.
You know what I'm saying? A little braille on there.
Ooh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Know how to read a little braille, you know what I mean?
I don't know how, but we can still play.
I can't.
Motherfucker.
Nah, I can't play unless you know how to read braille.
Why, they don't have the things on? They don't have the real things on it?
No, they do. I was joking.
Oh.
I would imagine it's a very slow paced Uno game.
Oh, fuck up.
What? Like, because you're slow at reading Braille? Or just people in general?
I mean, I am slow at reading braille. Yes, it's not. It is like my fourth
But also, I
language.
think
Hey,
it's
I'm not-
because of like
Judging you.
most people who need Braille are visually impaired, so like.
Oh yeah.
See, it does that. Modelo 2. Oh, this is a different one where there's like flashing lights. On it.
Yeah, Modelo means example too. They're giving you examples. Look at it. Look, you know what I'm saying?
I just want example 1 on loop. Because this is brilliant. Craig just sitting there though. That's what I was just laughing because there's this cartoon crowd going wild and then just young coffee straight chilled on the couch just like
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's your boys. You've been knowing what it is.
You know what it do.
Yo, these fine folks in the front right here, you know what I'm saying? Paid good money to see us.
This isn't happening yet.
It is. We're recording right now.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
we're recording, we're not live.
Oh yeah, so this is not happening.
This is why Cody
This is
hasn't.
a live show.
This is why he hasn't been saying anything because he doesn't want to say anything incriminating.
No, he's all about the incriminating evidence tonight, I guess.
Oh, you're all about the incriminating evidence?
I'm all for it, man.
He said, "Bring on the conspiracy. We can be the chaos."
Yo, I love being the chaos. Except I'm not the chaos.
You are.
Mad conspiracies.
Truth is out there.
Yo, listen, y'all lucky, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I might have seen both y'all in that New England hip hop, the picture of all New England hip hop. Which my man he had put out like a preview earlier, and it was missing mad people. I think we talked about it. Not on the potty pod. We just talked about it.
Missing people.
He wasn't missing people, but he said he was like, yeah, there's some pictures I just don't have because we haven't took a picture together. You know what I'm saying?
Right, like that's the thing. Everybody's mad about it for no reason. Everybody's like, "Oh, this is disrespect." Well, fuck, it's not. You just weren't at a show he was at.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly.
I didn't take no disrespect.
Just crazy.
I mean, I beat him up at a bar, but
You beat him up?
no, I'm just kidding.
Oh shit!
Damn.
I was like, "Wait, what?"
I was
Damn.
that offended that I went out and found him and settled it.
Wait, you're not on it?
No, I don't think so. If I was, I didn't see it. I saw the picture, but
Can I talk my shit about the lack thereof of brown people?
I mean, you can, but I mean, like, yeah, I think he's just like a fan of, like,
I couldn't really tell who was on it, to be honest.
You had to zoom
many
in.
pictures.
You had to
Yeah, that's the thing is
zoom
like,
in.
yeah, I only seen it on a phone and like,
I pulled it up on the big screen. Y'all don't know none of these people. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know none of. No,
well,
I did.
and that's what it is too. Is like
I
I just feel like it's kind of based on locale,
Yeah.
which like makes sense. You know what I mean? If a photographer from like New Hampshire had done that, there would be like all these other crazy ass people that would be missed out. So it's like I don't think there's like any really like good. There's no like way to do it that everyone's gonna like be included. It's just like not real.
Picture's that big.
Yeah, or unless there's like an event that everybody actually goes to. You know what I mean? Like which would require like people to like go a few hours out of their way. This just sucks, dude. I wish we had like I hate to say like a festival, but I wish there was like something that was like worth everybody like going out for like a weekend.
Nah, you said it right. A festival. And Boston Calling is not the one. Boston Calling's trash.
Boston Calling is like Somebody said it. It's like a gentrified music festival.
It's not even a gentrified music festival. It's like the festivals that they held. You know what I'm saying? Like that they hold anywhere else in the. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just like mad commercial. I feel like I feel like it's just like, well, it's like, isn't it like a Live Nation thing anyways? Yeah. So it's just like, all right, who's on the Live Nation roster? Like what?
But it's not even.
Yeah, I know. Is it? Was Still Gold was on last year, right?
Yeah. Well, this year
Cliff
they got
Notes is on there.
Camp Blood. I don't know if you know Camp Blood.
No.
Pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I think
dope.
it is like Live Nation roster.
Yeah.
And I think they basically like take out of their roster and who is, like, you know what I'm saying, like based on number. Like, you know what I'm saying, there has to be something that's based on numbers. Chandala Irritate is on Spotify.
It's very hard to find.
Or SoundCloud.
Well, you know Mr. Burns, obviously, because we done shows with him. There was one summer, dude, where he booked me for, it was called, like, a Fest for Wes, I think it was. Yeah. And it was literally, like, a overnight fest on, like, a campground that you, like, could bring camping shit and, like, spend the night. Yeah. And they had 2 stages set up. It was, like, a private campground, and they had 2 stages set up with, like, rotating artists and shit. They had, like, a big, like, pop-up art display with that, like, Anthill Collective. And then there was, like, 2 campgrounds where people could just, like, pop up tents and shit. And, dude, that was, like, one of the funnest things I've performed at ever. And it's never happened again because I guess there was, like, some dispute with the people that own the land or something. But I'm like, dude, I'm surprised there's never been, like, anything like that. Like, some, like, New England hip-hop fest that's, like, a 2-weekend, 2-stage, like...
That's, like... a lot of production costs, probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's
it's not Field of Dreams, you know what I mean? Like, if you build it, will they come?
Yeah.
Everyone would be willing to do it, but to put on a festival, like, I don't know if anybody's ever looked into the actual cost of what it costs to put on, like, Coachella. No, not Coachella. Rolling Loud, one of those ones that's a traveling festival.
Rolling Loud is traveling.
That's the one, right? Like, the cost to put on Rolling Loud in like in just on like permits, fees, renting the land, etc., is 10 mil.
Oh, yo, what up?
What up, player?
What's up? Oh, and then there's water too. Hey, that's my high quality. Whoa.
Dude, thank you. Your life's
Did you hear the universe or did you text him?
Yeah, he texted. He messaged and asked.
Something told me to message first. We had a chance to give the universe some credit.
Oh yeah.
The show would have been
no. The universe.
The universe told me to message.
No, the universe already got credit because Barney was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, is anybody coming that could stop and get something, get water or something like that? And I was like, oh, Uncle C-Hack is not pulling up. He just hit me up.
Oh, he ain't coming through?
Nah, he had to get it. He got a tattoo and then, like, you know what I'm saying, family stuff, etc. Mm-hmm. So he's like, I'm gonna try to sneak out, but just I don't know. You know,
it might be a surprise.
Yeah, you know what it is.
How you doing, Jose?
But yeah, 10 mil. The Rolling Loud just on land, etc. Permits, doing all the X, Y, and Z, whatever. Like 10 mil.
Damn.
And that's not including what you have to then pay artists.
Yeah.
But they make that back though.
Yeah, easily. But you know what I'm saying, like, who has 10 mil to invest? Who has the 100,000 to do a one day? You know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, then if you then start scaling it back, and then you really look at it, then you really look at the issue where it's like it's hard enough for people to not have to pay to play.
Thank you though. Appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying, like, or not have to like.
You can't.
Or have to be like, hey, I gotta charge you for a slot because this costs me money.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man? Great to meet you.
Oh, Jose, this is Cody Pope. What's up, player? Yeah, I'll take a little something.
Cody, are you an uncle?
Am I an uncle?
Yeah.
I am an uncle.
Nice.
Uncle Pope? No.
Uncle Pope. Nah, that's listen. The way the Popes is the way the Popes is rocking right now.
Yeah, but we got all the uncles though.
We always have all the uncles.
The uncles is always your Uncle Doe Show. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how I see it. And then it's already difficult it's slightly difficult and venues willing to do, you know what I'm saying, the all-out hip-hop show. Ooh, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying?
You want something? You good?
Oh, I'm good, thank you.
I got some weed in here.
See, this is why the show starts late. Everyone's on rapper time, except me. It's my show.
Yo, I'm sitting on the couch. I'm sitting on the couch playing. I just got up just now.
There's Eastern time, there's Pacific time.
We're gonna be live
there's
before
rapper
8.
time.
Oh, we are?
We should be, right? We're gonna be good. Everyone ready?
It's
Basically.
rapper time.
It's 7:42 now, so
Oh, all right.
What time we roll?
before 8.
45.
That'll be 3 minutes.
Are you ready?
Can you do 3 minutes? I can do 3 minutes.
Nah.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yo,
Now we
what?
have to finish a sandwich. 50.
50 minutes.
Nah. 750.
Big ass sandwich.
It's like a 6-hour-old soggy sandwich.
Yo, soggy sandwiches are low key fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, no. Depends on. Depends on.
Let Mr. House of Pizza, baby.
Wait, what do you mean mad low key?
Who was like, I can't wait to eat this soggy
Can't we do
sandwich.
this? So, what you mean? You got, you know what I'm saying? Like little, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you got oil and vinegar on it.
Buffaletta?
I don't know. I just said depend on the sandwich.
Yeah. Because that shit is supposed to be soggy, apparently.
Some sandwiches are good with the soggy, like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Cody, if you have any questions on how we do anything, just ask the question.
You know, I'm here for the ride, man. like
The journey.
exactly.
Yeah, but we, you know what I'm saying? We're also supposed to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, part of the whole thing is education, right?
Miseducation.
Miseducation.
Last time I did Jameson.
No, I'm saying about the behind the scenes stuff.
Oh yeah. No, I'm rocking with it.
Cause how do you? We'll talk about the Patreon. I don't get it. I don't understand. Or maybe it's just too much for me. I don't know.
I'm down to chat about it. I'm new to it, admittedly, but
I got a couple posts on
Thank you,
that.
man. Coffee.
I'm glad you didn't wear green. I didn't tell
I
you that we
am
were shooting. but it makes
impervious
me-
to the cold. Like I'm always hot, no
Yeah.
matter where I am.
You
So
are?
I'll come in.
I'm always cold.
I gotta remember to do that
So I'll
shit.
come in here and
Wear
it's
the green?
freezing,
No,
and I'll
just
just sit
tell
here all
people
day and
not to
work,
wear
and then
green.
someone will
Holy
come in
shit.
and be like,
I feel like people don't wear green.
I have that green ass hoodie that I wore
yeah,
that time.
I got like dark green shit, but I don't think I have anything close to like.
What?
"Show you want your glasses?"
Yes, please.
You want glasses?
I don't know where they are.
You want glasses?
Oh shit. I don't know. I feel.
They're not mandatory.
They're in
Yeah.
the blue bag.
Yeah, blue bag.
Are you do not leave the Jameson on the couch.
Bitch, don't leave no
because-
Jameson on my couch.
Because last time you just, you know what I'm saying,
Pour it up.
all free willy nilly, all on the couch, just like, yo, I'm gonna drink this
Cody,
whole
would you like some complimentary sunglasses?
this
to the
whole
show?
Oh, thank you.
I need those green joints.
You got them.
Thanks, Barney.
If you want
Yeah.
sunglasses, help yourself.
everyone wears sunglasses to make me feel more comfortable.
I like that.
I'm just kidding.
I
Why
think
did
you
we-
make me feel more comfortable?
Why did we start wearing sunglasses?
I don't know.
Was it because you
I
guys
think it
wanted to
was
look?
like,
You guys wanted to look like me?
No, it's because I was sick of people telling me that I looked high on the show.
Okay, that's why I guess.
That's why I
never,
started.
I never realized it was that. I was just like, everyone was wearing sunglasses, and then the fact that Joe wears the green screen ones that just disappear too.
Yeah. It's
What
okay.
did you say? I like the green screen ones because what?
They like disappear.
Oh
Yeah, your arm.
I think
I
said
love
just
that
to be
fact.
weird.
Just
I
to
was
be,
like,
he loves those just to be weird.
I was like, yeah, both. Both for sure.
But and here I am telling people is because, you know what I'm saying?
I went to Sanctuary.
You think this is too
for
much?
the first time today.
Gardner?
First time today.
You want some
Is it
J-Mo?
one
I'm
Gardner?
good, thank you.
Yeah,
I'll
that
take
place
some
is
J-Mo
kinda
on top
dope.
of the Hen Rock.
Fuck, I have so much food in
You know what I'm
I've been a
saying?
few
I ain't got
times.
no
I didn't drink out of this yet. I just poured it.
I ain't got no responsibilities.
Fucking.
That's
Yeah.
a lie. I got all the responsibilities.
How far away
Yo,
is that?
I'm the worst. I'm the worst
You want to
pop.
ride down there?
40 minutes.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh shit.
15 minutes, 10 minutes past what's
Yo,
Word.
Yeah,
I'll have to
anytime
check
you
that
got
listen.
there. Yeah.
my come down is heavy right now. Relax.
I know, I'm trying to keep you up there.
I'm
It
just
just says,
yeah.
like, gummies and
I'm
shit.
up.
Yep.
Because I'm up.
I only
right
have
now.
it by like
yo, I'm a terrible
flour and
father though.
pre-rolls. Like sometimes I just buy
Is
the
this still
pre-rolls 'cause
recording?
they're-
Am I making confessions? All right.
they're kinda like
I'm a terrible
fat
father
and
though
soft.
because it was the
Oh, yeah,
sweetheart
when you
dance
have it.
today at my daughter's school. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know. I didn't know until 4 something. It's like 4:44.
Damn,
It was
man.
4:44, and I was like,
Yo, we could have rescheduled so you could go to the sweetheart dance.
I know. You know what I'm saying? I was like, damn. I was like. But really, I was low key. I was like, "Yo, why you just now telling me this? Like, why did you tell me? It's all in all these papers that come home from like school,
Right?
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. All right, one, I don't read. Okay,
Thank you.
this is a, you know what I'm saying, a small known fact about me. I don't read now because you know what I'm saying. It's just they're flies, right?
Yeah.
They're everywhere.
Oh, just saw one.
You been attacked by one?
Can't go that way.
Anyways, you know what I'm saying? Terrible, etc., etc. Didn't know what was going on. No one's telling me anything. And then she's like, "Oh, it was Friday night, so I just figured you weren't gonna be available." And I was like, "Nah." In my mind, I'm like, "Nah, I could have made available because it was from 6 to 8. So like, you know what I'm saying? I would have been coming in hot right now. All this would have been here, and you know what I'm saying? I just would have been showing up, and like the homies would have understood. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody would have held it down for me while I was doing the, you know what I'm saying, the daddy daughter dance thing.
Yo, we filming this right now?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's being
That's just
filmed.
lit.
It's just film.
We are committing it. We are
interrupt you.
committing it to 16mm film.
Yeah,
Right
exactly.
now. There's like the system's upstairs. Can you imagine?
Are you coming over to be on the show, or are you gonna stay over
That's
there?
what it used to be
It's
like.
up to you. I was just gonna chill behind the scenes.
We have a chair for you.
Cool.
Come sit.
Yo, the Jameson on top of the Hemrock with the Red
Yo,
Bull.
Jameson. Oof.
Yo, I don't know what I just did to my whole like olfactory just now.
Oh shit!
But golly,
You know what you did to my olfactory?
yo, you know what I'm saying?
Like,
Little bitch from the valley, she riding the tractor. She already know that I'm up in the field. I don't play with money, I pull up with swords. And man, I'm just hoping you bringing a shield. So I got my eye on the target, stop acting retarded. I slaughter and eat you like veal. I'm focused on music and business and money, so I don't got time to be popping no pills. And I pull up, I'm snatching your wallet. My brothers need me, I'm on it. Water on me like a faucet. My homies aim at your noggin. Sorry, I don't do the talking. Ashing the blunt on the carpet. And if I want it, I cop it. Mad cause I do it so often. Hating up Cumberland Farms in the morning cause I need some woods and a soda. Bad little bitch and she up on the bed and she's spreading her legs like it's yoga. I'm waking up and I'm eating her snacks and I might fall asleep on the sofa. She tried to say hi in the morning, I'm sorry but girl you know money's the motive. Hey, fuck is you talking about? I'm keeping tabs on your whereabouts. Soon as we find it, we popping out. I got my eye on the target now. Stop it, you know I don't play around. I'm only focused on paper now. You wait for my city, then you getting checked. As soon as I find you, I just walk around. And please do not hit me with urgency. I got the purple and burgundy. Lately I'm feeling like Hercules. So now I'm focused on currency. And I got a hook like we fishing. Stay the fuck out of my kitchen. All of my dogs on a mission. So we don't got time for no switching. Hey. Yeah.
Let's go.
yo, what up? What up? What up?
You know what it is?
What's healthy?
Yeah. Welcome. The Daddy Doe Show. Your favorite, like, little, you know what I'm saying? Live, I don't know what you want to call this. It's the live potty pod that you ain't never wish you know what I'm saying? That you hear, you know what I'm saying?
I think the other day you told me that we are a vodcast.
Yeah, oh yeah, vodcast. Video on demand podcast.
Vodcast.
Vodcast.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
We have an identity.
I think
Filmed in
we've
front of a live
Brand
studio
new. Yo,
audience.
tonight we're talking about like a whole lot of stuff.
Y'all wilding in the back. Ha,
You know what I'm saying?
Live
They
from
hear
downtown
like
Fitchburg.
they hear. This really is the Zindan. You see what we got going on here. You could be here. This could be you.
You know what it is. You know
They
what it
paid.
does.
They paid good money to sit here.
Look at
I think
sold out.
Those are our top patrons on
It's,
Patreon.
yo, do you see this?
Oh.
This is sold out here.
Yeah,
you see
you're
this? They paid good money. These are your fans. Support. These are your fans.
Yo, I appreciate them being here. Yo, matter of fact, you know what else I appreciate? I appreciate our special guest tonight
Yo,
joining us.
give it up. One
Big
time.
homie.
Oh no,
What's up, world?
Jose's invisible.
We got the big homie Cody Pope.
What?
We got
Hey.
He has the cloak.
Jose.
Oh, shit.
He has
with the invisibility cloak. He can't do
cloak of
stunning.
invisibility.
He can't
Oh
do
my
stunning.
goodness. We got Cody Pope, and we got back again. Oh, you see what I'm saying? You heard the back again? You know what I'm saying?
Back again.
Back again with the back again.
Uncle Jose. Oh, you Uncle Pope today, or Uncle Cody?
That's cool with me.
I feel like Uncle Cody would like go well. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cool
Yeah,
still.
dude. I'm about
Oh,
to-
it's
I'm
another
about
all
to
your
chill with the
uncles.
nephew tomorrow, so I'm with it.
Yeah. Yo, shout out to nephew. Shout out your loved ones.
Hell
Yo,
yeah.
shout out my loved ones. Yo, y'all got anybody to shout out?
I got loved ones. Stay out there.
The beloveds.
My kid's not allowed on Facebook though. I think we already went over this.
Here.
Turned 13 yesterday though.
Time flies, man.
13.
Crazy.
Hey, do you guys remember turning 13?
I do.
I do.
No. Specifically,
I choose not to remember those days. Pretty embarrassing.
that's not gonna hold up in court. Jose.
I went to the beach with 3
Yeah, I
friends.
know,
It was
right?
awesome. Hampton. We was cooling.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
13 was a very, very long time ago.
It was a very long time ago. But
We here.
you know what I mean? We got all that.
Our
experience.
13 isn't their 13.
Nah, because when I was 13, I was
Mhm.
like ripping and running. My kid is like Fortnite. Freaking being up in the house. Like, I was like out of the house until I had to be in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Times have changed.
Nah,
Yep.
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But at least I always know where he's at.
So this evening we're gonna be talking about a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying? This really is the Zindan. Zindan Studios located right here downtown Fitchburg.
Downtown Fitchburg, DTF.
Shout out our guy Barney producing the show, you know what I'm saying? Always making us look like what we need to look like, making it do what it do, what
You know
it
what
do.
it is?
player.
You know what it does?
You know what it is. So we have Cody
Hey,
Pope.
hey.
Cody Pope comes to us from like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't know nothing about Cody Pope, you're gonna find out today for show. I'm not
Pope.
gonna give you no solid intro because I'm just gonna let you know what I'm saying, because that's not what it's here for. Jose been on the show, you know what I'm saying? Been, you know what I'm saying? Mother tested, kid.
You got it? You got it?
Kid approved, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, mother tested, kid approved. mother tested.
Mother tested.
Mother tested.
Yeah, I'm a great stepdad.
You mother tested.
You acting real mother tested.
You been real, yo. You a mother tester. You
Yo.
mother tester.
It's a PG-13 podcast.
So I was, nah, F that. All right, let's get.
Don't you
let's
ever
get,
test
let's get
the
straight
mother.
into it.
Don't
So-
you test your mother.
Listen,
Mother
all right,
tester.
all right, guys.
All right,
All
all
right.
right.
All
Next.
right. Welcome to the longest outro ever.
Yo, we already in it.
You've been in the longest outro ever. My name is your Daddy Doe, aka Coffee House Craig, aka D Craig, aka Just Craig, aka Derek, aka Stovetop Bustello. You've been knowing what it is. You know what it does.
What's healthy?
What's healthy?
Yo, you know what's healthy. You know what's unhealthy.
I do know what's unhealthy. Are we gonna talk about the coronavirus again? Are we like? I hope. You know what I'm saying?
It's like it's a.
You think?
I think it's a global health crisis. Officially,
Is that a thing?
yeah. That's pretty crazy.
That's extremely crazy.
That is an extremely crazy thing.
It's literally the movie Contagion.
And a lot of people are
Come
just
to life.
ignoring it and making memes about it.
That's how we deal with life. Comedy.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait. All right. Okay. So this is like a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's gonna be like an extinction level event or anything like that, but I think that it's bigger than people are saying. You know, we got the homie who just came back from China.
Yeah, shout out Chatham.
And he I mean,
China is.
he let me know that
it's no joke.
Just for real.
On the real on Chinese social media, they're telling the real story.
Well, Chinese social media is not a real thing, right?
Yeah.
Am I way off base there?
I'm pretty sure it is like a real thing.
Yeah, but it's not like it's like highly controlled and censored.
It's like 1984.
Yeah,
but I mean, like
Brother
you know,
stuff.
like they communicate through
the channels.
Yeah, through
Sure. So I guess China has been refusing help with it globally.
Which is
they're trying to,
crazy.
CDC is trying to send a team of experts to help them out.
But is it?
I could understand why they hesitated though.
Yeah, but is it crazy though? Like they've been like. Haven't they been trying to get rid of like children? Like haven't they been trying to get rid of people? Like,
you mean the one-child policy?
Yeah,
They stopped that 5 years ago, but I hear what you're saying. Population control,
manufactured pandemic.
It is heavily overpopulated. This much is true.
Yeah.
Yo, so that's what's unhealthy. And I think we need to stop ignoring it. I mean, I don't know what we can do. I mean,
that's the thing. What, you know?
Wash your hands.
Really
don't
though?
get it.
Really though?
Make sure your kids clean their hands. Use that. I guess don't use the hand sanitizer because they say that's good and bad, but just wash your hands.
Mr. Trump praises their response, so maybe they're fine.
Wait, what?
Mr. Trump praised China's response to the virus outbreak.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah,
he responds really well to tragedy.
It'll be a very successful operation, he says.
You know what?
Yeah, remember what he did with the paper towels in Puerto Rico? Oof. Boy, I'll tell you.
Is his response praising their? Is it because like he feels like they should be taking care of their own situation?
I think that's where the praise is coming from because they're denying aid.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't because you know what I'm saying. Like you know what I'm saying. Low key, high key. Let's not shy away from not shy away. Let's not think about the reason why somebody may or may not want our aid.
I mean, maybe they just want
we get into it.
No.
I'm just saying.
I think they might just want the other money back that we owe them.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, we were just talking about
like,
the world.
Keep the aid.
The world is in debt. Do you guys know how much the world is in debt? Did you guys see that anywhere?
We're money changing. We're flipping money over money.
What is money exactly? What is somebody?
If you can answer that, you can answer
somebody needs to tell me what money is. Like, I know, I understand, I get it. I get what you know what I'm saying?
How it works.
I get how it works. But to be able to put out the number that says, yo, you know what I'm saying? We a couple 10 of them things, 10 trillion things. You know what I'm saying? In the hole. Just like, yo, on today's world news, the global debt is $34 trillion.
34 trillion. And we owe 10 of them things?
We? Who was we?
Exactly. That's where I take a step back. We.
10 of them things. Like it's a quantifiable, like one lump thing.
Then I'm like, damn, yo, people owe mad school loans.
Yo.
Because I assume that's what's taken into account, right?
I don't know, player.
Because the debt isn't.
Oh yeah, mortgies.
That's consumer
debt.
Cause
it's also consumer debt.
Life insurance.
We owe 10 of them things.
I mean, you gotta think about it. people, you know what I'm saying, live, die within debt. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very well known thing. Oh, I'm about to kill the Segway game. I want to let you know right now. I'm telling y'all beforehand before it even happens. All right.
Can you do that? Is it still a Segway?
Yep. I don't know.
Was that the Segway?
No, that's not the Segway. All right.
This ain't so smooth.
Anyways, there are a bunch of things that you owe money towards, and there are a bunch of things that are constantly, and we live in a time of consumerism, right? Like so much consumerism. There are so many things that you know what I'm saying, like it's like a must have. I need this.
Everybody in here bought something today.
Yeah, for sure. Not only that, like you have things that are coming out from money that you don't necessarily have. You know what I'm saying? Like you have things that you're putting towards.
You're borrowing
you have
against the future.
Yeah, like you're. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people who are borrowing against their future don't necessarily know how to properly. What is the word? They don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know how much your time is worth. You know what I'm saying? If you worked a job, you say, yeah, this is how much your job
like
based on my job, my skills. This is how much money I feel like I should be paid.
This many dollars worth.
Yeah, I am. Young Dollars worth third. This is how much I should be paid.
I am this many dollars worth, and if you don't pay me that,
then I'm not gonna do that. But actually,
I'm gonna fix that in post.
Actually, how much?
Yo,
fix that in post.
50 cents. Just
bing. Appreciate you, little upsells. So how do you figure out how much your time is worth? How do you figure out how much your free time,
your life,
is actually worth? Your life is
how much
worth.
Is your life worth?
The reason why
how
I told
much is your life worth?
Well, this is why I brought this up. It's because you know what I'm saying pre-production, off camera, we were talking about ways
on
to
camera.
like you know what I'm saying income revenue, streams of income.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody who I look to currently or have been like kind of like paying attention to is our special guest Cody Pope, and in his Patreon, if you don't know, it's patreon.com/hellhound publishing. And you know what I'm saying, like in how you know what I'm saying, like in valuing your time, in valuing your thing, because you're a person who does you do multiple things. You have multiple avenues and multiple outlets as far as anything from music to writing and media and etc. So how do you feel like you're valuing your time, and like how are you making your best use of it?
I mean, it's tough because, you know, time is really a construct of your situation in terms of your like priorities and responsibilities and your goals and your creative output. So obviously there's like a certain level of work that has to be done in order to maintain like having a roof, having food and stuff like that. But then afterwise, like all that open time, I try to like manage that time as like I try to organize that time as much as possible so that I'm, you know, the same way that I'm scheduling time to like go to work and go to appointments and do this and that, I'm like scheduling time to like work on a music project or work on a writing project, and trying to like put things in spaces of time that allot me enough time to write but still kind of force me to like set a schedule. I'm like very big on like planning shit out because I just feel like, you know, we all have like job schedules and like, you know, things with kids or whatever, and it's like, you know, you're gonna have a calendar in life anyway, so why are you not blocking out time for the things that you're trying to like use to impact or affect change in like the way that you go about your day to day?
Well put.
We were just talking about that off camera too.
Yes, we were, and
Just
you
having
just,
a whole,
you know what I'm saying?
You just came through and slam dunk
came,
that.
yo,
that shit.
yo, he came. I threw it like this. He
talk your
shit.
I'm voting for him, man. For real, Young Pope 2020.
Cody Pope 2020.
Preach.
Yo,
motherfucking preacher.
yeah,
of pains
real,
in here.
goddamn.
yeah.
It feels good, man. Long overdue.
For those that don't know, Cody Pope is also a dope rapper.
Yeah, talk about it.
You know, I played, I don't even know how many shows at this point.
I know, man.
with
I think
Cody.
we realized that the last show it's been like almost 10 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy how long we've been rocking out together, and this dude just crushes every time. When's the next run of shows coming up?
April.
Okay.
So
If you're watching this now, my man's will be at Strong Style Coffee. Just you know what I'm saying, we'll give you more details shortly, or maybe he has the details.
yeah.
Ooh.
No, not me.
Uncle Cody in this bit.
It's going down though. It's going down in April. Getting back on the road. We're gonna start off doing like a run of all like New England and stuff.
All right.
April will be like 2 years since my last album came out, which is kind of crazy because obviously, as you know, I was like had a strong run there where I was doing like, you know, over 100 shows a year, and I just like got worn down and like had to take 2019 to just kind of like fall off and like chill and like figure out, you know what I mean? I just didn't want to like keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. So I had to really like go back and like look at the game plan and like assess what I was doing. And we also like built Hellhound Publishing in that time, which like has been the best thing I could have done, and I think will empower me now to have such greater output this year, as opposed to just like planning shit that doesn't come to fruition.
That's what's up. But you didn't stop putting out music. You put out an EP last year too, right?
Yeah, I put out an EP in February. Actually, a year from tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
So a year from tomorrow, I put out an EP, and then I dropped like 2 singles.
Yeah.
But other than that, it was like a super quiet year for me. I did some shows, but it was definitely like the least amount of shows I've ever done since I started doing music. I didn't really do any touring or anything like that. But part of that was just like, you know, I did like, you know, in the past couple of years, I played like almost 25 states or something like that. Cool. And it was like I was just running, you know what I mean? It was like I got to do Florida, I got to do New Orleans, Louisiana, I got to do Indiana, I got to do Alabama, like Ohio twice, like crazy stuff. So it was like I want to get back to doing that, but I want to make sure that I'm wanted out there.
Right.
And I had to like fall off and make sure I could like develop a new program so that I wasn't just being like, hey, can I come back and do that thing you just saw me do last year? You know what I mean? It's like that's the problem. Cats want to get into like a touring circuit, and you know, like you'll remember New England had a great touring circuit at one point where it was like you as an artist, you had connections literally throughout the entire region. You could go out for 2 weeks and have places to stay, shows to get paid at, the whole nine. But the problem was a lot of this shit fell apart, and there's a lot of contributing factors. But one thing is that artists are coming out doing the same shows year after year after year, and there's no stage presence. There's no like any sort of like visual to the show. There's no like new music. There's no like addition to the group or to the artist, or you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? It's like people just coming out here playing the same songs, and it's like, yo, bro, I love that song 4 years ago when it came out. Like, like what you got for me now? Like, dude, you know, not to just obviously because I'm here, it's easy, but dude, when you guys had Floyd join the group, you know what I mean? Because obviously, like we were saying, I've seen you guys through a lot. You know, you guys had old Barber Boy in the group when we first linked up, and you know, 3 rappers, and then you guys went to 2 rappers. And now you're in incarnation where you have sometimes you have a DJ and you have a drummer with you pretty much all the time. Yeah. So it's like just in, you know, and whatever, 10 years might be like a long time, 8 years, however long it's been. But like to have multiple like iterations of your group has been like so interesting as somebody who's like a fan of that, where it's like, it would be crazy if it was just the 2 of you playing the same songs from, you know, 5 years ago without bringing anything in. But it's like, it seems like every year, every 2 years, you guys manage to just like keep adding these new like spices to the blend. And that's why people love that stage show. And, you know, as one person, it's hard to like switch up your show when you know what I mean? And it's like, and obviously like, people like certain songs from the catalog, you know, having as big a catalog as I've been able to do. There's like joints that people want me to play all the time, and it's like, man, if I got a half hour, like, how do I fit new music in and still keep people happy and play the stuff they want to hear? So it was weird, but I feel good that I like took as much time off as I did, and I'm excited to like come back and just like put on the kind of shows I think are like that I want to go to. I hate like, I don't want to be one of those people that like complains about the shows in the community and stuff like that. You know, it's like artists are out here all the time complaining about not having opportunities for stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to like create the opportunities I want for myself. Where it's like, you know,
me,
like,
I'm that guy.
Yeah, you have to be.
Yeah,
I'm the guy complaining, but I'm also now trying to figure out a way to, you know what I'm saying, make what I have and what I want to do big enough so that way the things that I want to, like the things that I'm complaining about, I don't have to complain about it. I can just actually make, you know what I'm saying, like make the thing that I want to have, you know what I'm saying, like
a complaint should be the root of your change.
Exactly. Yeah, but you gotta like stop I hate telling people to stop doing something, but like, you know what I'm saying, like refrain from outwardly complaining about it.
It goes back to what we were saying about time management. You know what I mean? Do you want to spend your time complaining, or do you want to spend your time affecting change? You know what I mean? Even if you're just venting to get your frustrations out, that's your time. You know what I mean? Like, the time frame don't change because of what you're doing, whether you're with your loved one or you in the studio or doing, you know what I mean? Like, you only have the X number of hours that you have after, you know, whatever your obligations are. And it's like, you know, you choose to do what you do in that time. Like, and it's like, you know, nobody can really like make excuses for that.
We all have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can I ask a question real quick though? Like, you've been to all the other states, and I'm coming from like, you mean like I'm homies with him, and I'm outside of the music stuff, but I support regardless. What'd you learn out in like Ohio and Alabama and stuff that's different than the scene out here? Because obviously that probably opened your eyes, gave you a different perspective. Like,
I mean,
you're coming in with something new. You kind of mellowed out last year, and now you're reframed. You're gonna pivot a little bit, add a little bit of this, a little of that. Like, what's different now?
I mean, the biggest thing was just that, like, I went into, so, like, when I did, like, my first, like, big tour, where I was, like, hitting a lot of those states at, like, in one, I did, like, a 30-show run or something like that a few years ago, and was just, like, out for the whole month. And what I learned was that, you know, one of the things that I realized was, like, you know, it feels crazy to say, like, you're going on tour and you're like, I'm playing in, you know, Columbus, Ohio. It sounds like a big deal, but it's like there's hole in the wall venues in Columbus and in you know, New Orleans and in LA and in Chicago and in you know what I mean? Like, all these places have the same types of venues that we play here. So I love going to those places, but I found that those like smaller towns, you know what I mean? Like, instead of, you know, you play like Orlando, Florida, and then you play some weird little suburb like 45 minutes north, and because they have nothing going on there, all the people from that town come out and they want to come rock. They don't care if they've never heard you before. Right. When you're in the bigger cities, people are more selective, so you have to really do more to like earn their audience presence or whatever. And it's like those places have great opportunities too, but I just found that through touring, it's like you can really pick pockets in certain areas that people are like sleeping on, you know, like the Midwest, for example, because you said like Ohio and stuff like that. Like Indiana was wicked cool. I had no idea what to. I expected like cornfields and just like, you know what I mean. It was like I knew nothing. I was like, oh cool, like the Pacers, dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, but then I went out there and it was like, you know, it was like this, you know, it was like a dope city, and like I was playing in this like art gallery, and it was crazy. I would have had no idea, but somebody helped me get a show out there, and it was crazy. So it's like now I'm trying to go into all those places. You know, it's like you go to like Iowa, like nobody thinks of Iowa, but there's like, you know, when you get out to certain parts of Iowa, dude, people, there's like all these states are connected, and cats will drive from like all over the place and go to these shows sometimes. Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like a lot of like, it's like when we hear about people go to Europe, you know what I mean? It's like rappers love going to Europe because Europeans like love filling out shows because they don't get to see these artists all the time. Well, it's like, dude, there's a lot of but there's a lot of places in the U.S. that are like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, it's like we live in New England, so we see like the Ed OGs and Acrobatics and Rex and Terminology and these kind of artists. But it's like, yo, if you had like Terminology go out to like, you know, Kansas City or, you know, Sioux City or
Little Rock.
Yeah, Little Rock or something, you know, or like Jackson, Mississippi. Dude, you'd probably have like hundreds of people come out, and it would be crazy because it would be like a once in a, you know, it's a thing that you wouldn't like take for granted. And that's what it is like a lot of artists in our region take the audience for granted, where it's like, because we had the circuit, we thought we could abuse the circuit and go and tour all year round, and you burn it out.
In saying that same thing, like, is it that they take the audience for granted, or that the audience take the like what is happening for granted, right? Because like to your point, like you're saying, you're going to these smaller places, and the people there are just happy to see something happening. Yeah. That they'll come out. So is it the artist who are taking the audience for granted, or the audience taking for granted that these things are happening because they're, you know what I mean, like, to keep these things going, they, you know what I'm saying, the audience must be excited regardless of who is performing. But then from an artist standpoint, artists often feel like, oh, we always complain that there's no shows, there's no whatever, but then once we put a show on, you guys don't show up. Well, maybe to your point, like, you're not putting together the right programming or the right set. We've talked about this, the right lineup to actually...
It's all about curation.
Make it even a thing that the audience is like, oh, we never get to see something like this, and let's go check it out.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that, you know what I'm saying, oh, this is all the local people from right down the street and X, Y, and Z, whatever.
Yeah,
No. But does the show, does it look, is the presentation right?
We can't sell our art on what else you would be doing on a Friday night. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't work anymore. Like, people have, like, you know what I mean? Like, we're grown-ups. People have better shit to do with their lives.
Watching the Daddy Doe Show. That's what you'd be doing on Friday night. You'd be watching your Daddy Doe.
Well, and
this is what you'd be doing.
And I'm going to think of that now, because I feel like I'll have a show on a Friday night, and I will literally post like, what else you do? Or, like, if you don't have anything else to do, come out and see me. It's like...
But see right there, the wording. If you don't have anything else to do, respects that people have limited free time, and you're saying, like, yo, if you have the time,
keep me in your
please come and support my art.
Yeah.
But if you're just
it's
like,
all about
you know,
how you frame it.
Yeah. Right? But it's like, man, I play so many shows where it's like a host gets up and they're like, yo, where else in the world would you be than right here with us? Blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I'd be on a date. Maybe I'd be watching a movie. Like, quick
montage of all the places you could be.
Right? But to go back to what because you like framed the question of like artists taking advantage of the audience or the audience taking advantage of the artist. Mm-hmm. And it's obviously it's not clear cut. It's both in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Because it's like it takes the audience to keep the community live, like you said. It keeps a paying audience to come to a show and like keep entertainment in the town and whatever. But at the end of the day, is like the audience paying automatically makes it like our fault. Where it's like, if you don't have a good rapport with your audience, it's because you're taking advantage of them and you're not providing them something that's worth their dollar that they're paying to get in. Just because you charge $3 or $5 for a show doesn't mean that it's worth the $5. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean that your art is bad. It just means that you didn't exert any effort to like charge money for it. That's the thing is like we have to create environments that are worth paying for. Like
you're talking about value versus cost.
Yeah, you know, it's like going, you know, with the whole show thing. You know, we've all like been to these like hip hop shows especially, and it's like, yo, you get booked on a show sometimes, and there's like 6 to 8 artists on a bill, and I get that there's a lot of situations where that can be really cool. And, you know, having people showcase and this and that. But, like, in my experience, when you have, like, 6 to 8 artists on a bill, they're all getting 15 or 30 minutes apiece. It's going to be a long-ass night. Chances are you're waiting until super late to see the person you want to see. If you're on super late, people that come to see you aren't sticking around when they got shit to do the next day.
Yo, I've been in all of the...
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm about to be in one of these situations.
And that's what I'm saying, dude. And I don't want to be in these situations anymore. So what I'm doing is when I avoid that situation, I find a venue, book my own show. So like one thing that I'm doing is like on the next run of shows that I have, I actually like rented a venue in New Hampshire because it was like an area by the seacoast that I've been like wanting to target. Found an artist that I thought was like a really dope co-headliner, and it's just the two of us. It's a Saturday night. It's in downtown, but it's because it's the two of us. It ends by like 10 o'clock. So it's like you just come in, bing bang boom, 2 like, you know, 30-45 minute sets, and then you can still go out and have a nightlife after that and go downtown.
How difficult is it to, and this is also right, like how difficult is it to find somebody who can give you a solid 30-45 minutes?
I mean, that's tough, but at the same time, like as somebody who's like done booking, you know, I had like a booking residency for a long time and like been booking shows and stuff. So to me, it's like, if you don't have 30 minutes or 45 minutes to like fill it, I mean, I guess 45 is kind of long, but if you can't do 30 minutes, then you should be concerned with working on a set rather than just going out and performing all the time. You know, it's one thing, like, there are dope opportunities for artists to, like, harness their skills and do all sorts of stuff.
Yo, Daddy Doe.
Literal Daddy Doe.
It's Yo Daddy mode.
Yo Maddie Doe.
Yo. I have a question. So, and I'm not like saying, "Oh, do this or do that," but like, what I'm like, because I'm like business minded. I'm not creative, but business minded I am. So like, you have the venue. Like, did you invite like? I don't know. So what I would say is like, hey, get a food truck vendor out there so that 30 minutes turns into 2 hours.
Exactly.
Get artists out there so there's an art exhibit. So that way, like, there's a space around that, and that 15-minute space where you're prepping between the next set and all, like, they're engaged, and it's not just a show for you. It's a date night. You bring the date here. So have you thought of that type of stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's the
That'd
thing
be
is
sick,
like so much.
Come here, let's get food.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know, maybe like a tattoo vendor could be there, or like you could just sit there and network. And
exactly, I love those kind of events. Honestly, those are like I like getting like other art mediums involved with the music stuff too. But even just the fact that you thought of that right there is like, that's the kind of stuff. It's like, you're somebody that goes to shows, and the first things you thought about going to a show were like, what am I going to drink and eat? What am I going to do when there is no entertainment on stage? And how long am I going to be there? And am I going to be able to bring somebody with me that will enjoy this as well? Like, those are the things, that's the promoter's responsibility. The promoter should be taking those things into consideration and being like, yo, is my audience going to be able to bring a date to this event? You know what I mean? Are they going to be able to get food and drinks when they come here? Or are they going to need to like go up the block? You know what I mean? You got to time that stuff out accordingly. You know what I mean? Like, does the kitchen at your venue close at 9 and you're opening the door at 9? Like, that sucks. Open the door earlier so people, encourage people to come in and eat and whatever. I just think there's a lot of things like that get overlooked because it's like, oh, well, we got a stage, we'll make it work.
Because they're just used to that. You said that scene is used to that. But like, imagine like barbecue night with Yo Daddy Doe, or like something like that. And you know what I mean? Like that would be sick.
Shout out Garden of Eden in Springfield. I went there the other day. My brother went. And shout out my brother, it's his birthday day. But he brought me out there, and the place was amazing. Dude was like a really good dude. So if you're ever in Springfield, Garden of Eden, like Eaton.
Garden of Eden.
Eating healthy.
Everyone say hi to Maddie.
Maddie in the morning.
Yo, Maddie Doe.
Say hey, we're live. So.
What's up, Maddie? You can say hi.
Like we're on, you gotta say hi. Like we're on TV.
We live. Ooh, we live.
Yeah, we're on TV.
Yeah.
Oh. Quality control.
We're on TV, and you didn't even fix your hair.
You remember Jose from when we did the episode at the house?
Ooh,
it's all good.
She's not a fan.
Okay, do you remember Cody Pope?
No.
You remember me?
You remember Barney?
Yes.
All right. You remember Sho?
Mommy was watching me in the car.
Oh, she was?
Aww.
What'd she say? She said, "Please don't kill me." No wonder he didn't understand the Maddie in the morning reference. She was texting the wrong person. All right, listen, you guys conversate. I'm gonna go run outside. Everyone say bye to Maddie.
Nah, but
bye, Maddie.
Let me ask you about the promoters, and for sure, like I want you to chime in.
Talk about promoters?
Talk to me, man. So I'm gonna just like leave it open ended for both of y'all, but like, where, clearly there's a gap. So what are you guys doing?
There is literally a gap.
No, like in that, like sometimes you got to do that, go the extra mile. Where that's somebody else's job. But like I feel like artists nowadays have to be a producer, promoter. They have to do the social media all by themselves.
Yeah, I mean,
they have to develop themselves as artists. Like, so what?
You should
Talk to me about
the
that.
things that you're doing. Either way, whether you're the promoter or not. And there's another, like, talk to the point about Cody Pope saying that, how we take things for granted. We take promoters for granted for sure.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean, like, you show up to a place like, hey, you were supposed to promote this.
That's pretty honest that you guys say that.
You know what I'm saying?
I like it.
Like, you got to do something.
It's like a hard job, and both of us have like been on that side where it's like we've tried to help like touring artists or help artists from our areas like come on, and it's like when you're on the other side of it and you can't get people that you've like had a relationship with for years to show up and do a sound check 30 minutes before the door. Sheesh. or to like repost the flyer on their artist page, or you know what I mean, like
it's like all of the stress and none of the like thanks. Or
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, unfortunately, like if you're trying to like have a career in music, when you're like a performing artist, doing a show is a lot like having like a vendor's table at a marketplace. You know what I mean? Like you're using that show as like that's your visual and auditory resume to be like, hey, this is me. This is like the interview. I'm trying to make you guys impress me. Yeah. And if you like it afterwards, you can come and literally support the business afterwards by buying the merchandise and the CDs and whatever.
That's so cool.
And
that's a good way of putting that.
You know what I mean? So it's like, so when I'm a promoter, I'm like, yo, fam, I'm giving you the opportunity, you know, even if I like, you know, even if we don't have a way to like exchange a guarantee of money, it's like, yo, you've got an opportunity. Come here, set up shop, sell yourself, sell your goods,
bring people here. Because you're exchanging value.
And if you don't take the extra effort to like take advantage of that opportunity, then it's a waste of the promoter's time as well as a waste of your time and really a waste of the audience time. I can't tell you how many times I booked shows for artists who didn't show up to sound check, had like extra gear that they wanted to implement into the show, and didn't have merch to sell. So what happened was, because of the extra gear and because they showed up late, we would have to put them on at the end of the night. Because it's at the end of the night, people have already left, and because they brought no merchandise, nobody was able to like invest in them or support them. So basically, they you know, even if I was able to break them off from the door, they essentially paid their own way to come and play to a small ass crowd. When if they had just like planned and organized, you could show up early, you could sound check, make all your extra equipment sound right, create the stage visual that you want. You know what I mean? It's just those kind of things where it's like, man, a lot of these like rappers and musicians we deal with, they have day jobs and shit.
Right.
They're not like making it off their art. And it's like, yo, you're not going to work late. Like you know what I mean? Like you're not going to work every week late and being like, oh, sorry, boss. Like I got here at 9:30. You know, I had shit to do.
My paycheck was a little light though, so
yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to the boss to be like, yo, man, like you're not buying lunch for us today. Like, what gives?
I always say from like a production standpoint, it's like when people show up, which I think is similar. You know, producing, engineering, as a promoting. There's a lot of similarities, and when people show up and they don't. I can only put in as much as you're going to put in, if that makes sense. I like to meet in the middle, and it's the same with promoters. So if you don't meet in the middle, neither of you are gonna see the benefits of that relationship. So it's a really, it's a solid way of looking at it.
Yeah, and you're honest about it too, because I could easily see just other artists just bullshitting and making excuses and saying like it's his fault. But like the fact that you guys take ownership of it because you've been on both sides.
You have to take ownership of
that's
your
where
shit.
It starts. It's exactly.
And it's like both of us, you know what I mean, spent mad money on this too, and that's not to cut you off, but that's like a lot of where this comes from too. When you start investing in other artists and start investing in yourself as an artist, and other people are trying to like gain benefit from the investment that you've put in, you start feeling a way, because it's like, yo, I'm going to work, taking the money out of my paycheck, investing it into these opportunities as an artist, and now you want to jump in, and not only do you not have money to invest, but you also don't have the respect of the time of everybody involved to just do your part in the participation factor of it. Like that's where it's like, yo, you have to start caring, because it's like, yo, in this culture, like people don't want to talk about money. You know what I mean? Unless you have enough of it that you got fuck you money. But like most of us that are like DIY artists or whatever, like cats don't want to talk. Producers don't want to ask artists for beats. Rappers don't want to ask producers how much a beat costs. Promoters don't want to ask artists how much they want for the show. Artists don't want to ask the promoter for a guarantee. Nobody is comfortable talking about this stuff. How do we eat off this? How do we like create a culture that we can survive off of? How do it's like, I just met Bernie, you know what I mean? But sorry, Barney. We just met tonight, you know what I mean? And he's got this like dope ass studio here. And it's like, what do you do to take that to the next level now, to where he can afford to do this 5 days a week and help generate content for these artists right here. You know what I mean? Where it's like
the universe is
Cody,
speaking. The universe. You literally are recapping our whole conversation.
Come join us right here.
Yeah, come sit on the.
Am I on this
couch.
one? Oh no, I can just you get.
Yo, listen, boom. Because this is literally the conversation we just had at 7 o'clock.
But that's what I mean. It's
at 7 p.m. Yeah. This is the conversation that me and Barney were having, and whatever. I will now
money
because I missed
it's not something you ever want to talk about.
How this got into this, but I'm gonna extend because we've had this conversation, and I told you that I wanted to do this because I've seen you've done this in your area. So I'm going to extend the invitation to you, to Jose, obviously, you know what I'm saying, and anybody watching this, like for this conversation, to get into this conversation and to actually be able to exchange ideas. Me, and Malik, who is the co-founder of Grizz Gang Forever, are holding a meeting of the minds, basically like a think tank, similar to what you're doing, but to actually talk about the business, the entrepreneurship, the actual, like, to have the conversation about money, to
That's
understand
what it is, dude. We have to have these conversations.
We need to have the conversation, and it's not just for us, because you guys are having the conversation. Like, I've been making music as long, but I haven't been as active as you've been and as Sho has been. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a thing that I've been like, oh, I need to figure out how to dip and dabble. But then, like, what am I actually good at? Like the conversation, how do we do the stuff that just is comfortable and comes natural? How do you now make it make sense?
Yeah.
Right? Like, how do you put it out? How do you reach the person? To your point about touring, how do you know where to target? How do you know where to, I don't necessarily have fans here, but I know for sure that if I could be in this situation, or if these people heard my music or saw what I got going on, they would fuck with me, that I would then be able to put together a small tour in hole in the wall places in wherever I want to. Like, how do you actually do that? These are conversations that we need to have, and that these are just conversations that we literally need to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, because regardless if it's you and the homies, regardless if it's the local, the community, regardless if it's a whole regional thing, or if you're looking at it on your global, you're trying to go everywhere. Wherever you're trying, whatever your next step is, all of these same things they apply no matter where you're at in the game, no matter where you feel like your next step is going to be at. All of these same steps will apply and will consistently apply as you level up.
And if anything, like, surely that applies, because I was going to say, with regards to what you sort of hit on before, with us all, like, being Jose, I think it was like saying we're being, like, very honest about it, and taking responsibility for our share and ownership. And I think that's because we're all, like, adults, you know what I mean, and we're all we've been working artists for many years. Everything's like 10 years right now. Everyone's hitting 10-year things, and it's like that's a long time. And I feel like the younger generation, a lot of younger artists and stuff, they can build such a much better future for themselves if they have this kind of knowledge. Like, we should be learning this for them and handing that knowledge down,
and giving it right back, because
passing that baton.
In actuality, you should want to, and whoever is, you know what I'm saying, like, you shouldn't have to hate on the next person because they're doing something better than you. No, you need to. And that person who is doing something should try to figure out a way to be able to impart some wisdom and some knowledge on you, to be like, hey, if you just do this, you obviously can't give everybody everything, right? And I can't give it to you on, you know what I'm saying? I can't give it to you on a platter. But, like, if somebody is sitting there talking to you and they're willing to put you on the right direction, or at least give you some good advice and sound advice, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you should be in a space to be, like, willing enough to accept it.
How do you know? How do you separate the advice at that stage?
I say, you know what I'm saying? I sit here and you mean, like, I'll tell y'all right now, like, I'm way smarter than I look. However, in having these conversations, follow your boy. Would you say thank God? Thank God I'm smart. I'm smarter than I look. Yeah. Damn. Follow your boy over here. Now, but in having these conversations, and like, you know what I'm saying, and like the certain people, and especially the people who are in this room currently, and having these deeper conversations and being able to talk on a serious note, like a serious level, just like it you know what I'm saying, like I always take something away from it. I always like something is always to be taken and to be applied or to be removed from whatever I think that I'm doing that's right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's another thing is like sometimes you, even if it's working for you, it may not be, like, you know what I'm saying? It could be working to...
It might feel like it's working for you, but it's not really.
It's not really working for you. All these things, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? Take heed. I love that. I love when people say that. Take heed.
Take heed.
Take heed into what everyone...
Listen.
Listen. What everyone is trying to tell you and what everyone is trying to... You know what I'm saying? Because people have literally walked through
that's like
the same shit that you're walking through.
Socially, do you think that's a trust thing? Like people just don't trust.
Yeah.
People?
Oh, fam, you've seen the things where it's like, do you want to know how I made $10,000 last month?
The one is
so appropriate that you blew out.
Like, yo, if you made $10,000 last month, don't talk to me. If I made $10,000, I would not tell somebody like, yo, this is how, I'm not going to publicize, this is how I made $10,000.
Legit, but you know why people do that, right?
To make $10,000.
No, it's not even that. It's because it's like, yo, I could tell you how to make $10,000 off rap. Are you willing to do the work that it takes to get that money? That's what it is like, I could give you the keys to success, but it don't mean shit if you're not going to put the work in to do it. And that's what these people, that's why you see all these videos like, yo, I spent $10,000 and opened a laundromat. Like, yeah, because Joe Schmo sitting at his job watching this is not going to take the time on the weekend to like invest the money and go like replicate that situation for himself. That's the thing is like you can't like the game, you know, that's, I hate to like use like old cliches, but it's like that's why people said like the game is to be sold, not to be told, because it's like it's an investment. You know, it's like if you want to be a carpenter, you got to buy tools and supplies. If you want to be a career artist, you're gonna have to buy some knowledge, because there's no college, you know, there's no like proper like university. I mean, somebody's gonna be like, well, you go to Berkeley,
you know what,
but
you could watch the Yo Daddy Doe Show, because they're dropping some gems on you all right now.
But if you're just trying to be like an independent business and an independent artist, like you're gonna have to invest in the knowledge.
Absolutely.
But it goes to like kind of like the whole idea that I was in, and I love being out here because I feel like you guys have like a great example of what could be, where it's like people, maybe I'm like dead wrong, but I don't hear enough in these conversations where it's like creating economies locally, where it's like, you know, here in Fitchburg, you guys could build an economy here because you have venues, you have artists, you have multimedia people. You really just need like distribution and marketing and you know, a few other like key things. But it's like with all the people that you have, if everybody took up like an integral role in that economy, then everyone starts investing, then all this money starts going around, where it's like, you know, shit. So it's like using Joe Grizzly.
My favorite meme. Yo, homie's spitting right now.
Motherfucking spitting right now.
Think about like, use you as an example. Use like Joe Grizzly. You guys obviously like, from my opinion, you guys were the ones to kind of like initiate the move out here, put a lot of artists onto shows, like kind of get the culture bubbling out here, so to speak. If you guys were to start Joe Grizzly Records, you know, I mean, not the most creative thing I have ever come up with, but you guys start Joe Grizzly Records. So not only are you guys artists in the community, but now you have the record label. You sign Yo Daddy Doe. You sign Little. You sign, you know, all these different people that we've like met in this time, that whoever it is that you like rock with musically. But you start picking these artists up, and you're not signing them to like gain benefit from them, but it's like to build a partnership, because it's like they couldn't do the shit by yourself and neither could you. Right. And it's like, so now you guys are like splitting the cost on opportunity, and you have a multimedia studio here, so you can come here, record all the music, shoot music videos, do the photo shoots and the whole nine, So pay the man, pay the man for his services and his time. But then you're going to start selling the records and doing those videos, and you guys are going to split the revenue, and that money will come back to you. And then when you want to go on tour, you'll pay some money out to, say Craig starts a booking company. Now he has show connects and he has venues and stuff like that. So you pay him to help book your artists on a run of shows.
Yeah.
And now you're starting this whole economy here where locally, if you want to be involved in the creative arts, there's an economy in place and a market in place where people can just invest in the services and do what they want to do.
And that's just on a small scale. That's not including.
And that's township, cityships type stuff. Right. And it's like then you start getting artists from the surrounding areas, and it's like if you build it, they will come.
That's one of the things that I like. That in is for like what Jose asked you about going to different cities and seeing their infrastructure, and that is one of the things that you realize, like not just in major cities, but like in smaller cities, they have some sort of infrastructure, some sort of even if it's you have the one janky promoter in town, but like what I'm saying, he has the full connects, and if you go through these connects, then you can meet X, Y, and Z. You can meet them. You know what I'm saying? You can meet the pieces that you need to put together. But like in some places it falls short. In the places where it thrives the best, like you have artists who can live off of their art because the infrastructure is there, and because within the community is circulating. It's like bartering.
Bartering.
Welcome to Lessons by YDD.
You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a barter situation where it's like you're funneling money back into the arts, into the creative collective that is where you live, your
even
community.
From a business sense, though, it's just like a small town. You know what I mean? It's like someone's got to have the post office, someone's got to have the restaurant, someone's got to have the place to buy clothing, someone's got to have the grocery store, and all these people need the other people, so they're going to spend the money that they earn with your services as well.
In a perfect world, like I do see that working, and I do see that being successful in a perfect world.
Easier said than done, for sure. You know what I mean?
Way easier said than done, because, you know what I'm saying, mother suckers got real bad at, you know what I'm saying, egos.
Yeah. You know but the thing is if you need it, you build it for yourself.
Oh, wait. Was I not... Was I... Well, that's...
You know what I mean? Build it for yourself, and then if it can generate revenue outside of what you need it for, wonderful. If not, you've built the ecosystem that you need to sustain yourself as an artist.
Yeah, I hope y'all listen to, you know what I'm saying?
I hope you got your notebooks out.
I hope you listen to Uncle Cody out here, you know what I'm saying? Young Pope.
I mean, don't sell yourself short. The strong style coffee, that's the start. You know what I mean?
I'm saying?
That's what I mean. You got a platform.
You're already doing it. I mean,
you know what I'm saying? But to the point about.
But I hear you. The scalability is a different.
Scalability is one thing, and but that's where currently where I'm at is trying to build the myself to a point where it's like, hey, let's have this thing tank. And it just be made of something because it is of something, because you know what I'm saying, like ideally that's what I assume you would want. Is like, hey guys, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Hey, I've just put up my whatever and I want y'all to run it up, and that's just what happens because like overall your overall vision and your overall mission and why you're doing everything and what you're trying to like put out into the universe is of greater importance than the next person who is literally doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Could be doing the same thing step by step with like, you know what I'm saying, their own self. You know what I'm saying? Self is their only intention. You know what I'm saying? So it's difficult to then like to play that game because it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? What makes me different from the next Joe Schmo who's doing, you know what I'm saying, like whatever and not actually helping anything and not, you know what I'm saying, not putting back forth. Like, why aren't you using your whatever to put together this infrastructure? Or how come you have these things? How come you were able to do these certain things, but you can't pull together the multimedia part? You can't even build up your own empire, King, the way you should be building up your empire because you just don't know any better.
Yeah,
and you're not looking out for the information. You're not looking out for the.
Yeah, that was it right there.
for you know what I'm saying, like you're just, you know what I'm saying, like and the people who you could be asking, to your point about not wanting to talk about money, like these people who you should be having this conversation with and whatever, you're not doing that because your pride and your ego are in the way for somebody else to then build, you know what I'm saying, like, listen, one of the biggest things is, you know what I'm saying, is swallowing pride and swallowing your ego and knowing when, you know what I'm saying, to take a blessing.
Isn't it also part of it, like, they're too scared to, and maybe they know that they're not worth what they think they're worth. They're just scared to project it. Like, if you're at a job,
or maybe they're getting what they said that they're worth, and they're just so shocked and appalled that you know what I'm saying, people are you know what I'm saying, giving them what they're asking for. They just don't even know. They're just like, yo, I don't want to fuck none of this up.
Yo, y'all fucking like that. It could be
yo,
that too.
I didn't know y'all was fucking me like that. Let me just, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna play it because then, like, if you start making money and making music, and it's like, oh, it's this one thing that I did, or you painting pictures. Oh, I drew this stick figure this one way, and the stick figure came out fire. You know what I'm saying? Somebody bought it for $10,000, and I don't never want to draw another stick figure another type of way. That then stunts the growth of your. That's to your point about. Then people don't come out and perform new songs, or got a new show, or don't add no production, or like, you know what I'm saying?
Drawing the same stick figure he was drawing 4 years ago.
It's like a restaurant having the same menu. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you got some staple joints that I want once in a while, but if you're not switching it up, I'm not coming through every week. You know what I mean? Like,
yo, change up your menus, Kings. Hey, Kings, change up your menu.
That's a good point. Where do you, as artists, because I'm like the only non-artist here, but just as the outside looking in, the good question is, like, where do you draw the line? Where do you say, like, hey, I'm not gonna do this? Because I think as an artist, you should that word no should not be in your vocabulary.
As a real quick in there, because it's a real big thing to me that everyone is an artist. And you are an artist, Jose.
I also agree.
You see the artist in me.
You are absolutely an artist.
Where do you draw the line, though? Where do you, like, because I think saying no and you're closing the door to something, and you don't even know how far it can take you. But, like,
so, like,
you know what I mean?
That's like rolled in with,
because, like, I went through a phase where I said yes to everything.
Mm-hmm.
I will go anywhere. I will play any show. Oh, it's Monday night. Oh, there's no bread. I'm still there.
Yeah. You want me to drive 3 hours to Burlington, Vermont on a Monday night for $40?
Well, I mean, something different by that. Like, would you be willing to, for free, let a YouTube creator use the first 15 seconds of your song for an intro for free?
Oh, for sure.
All right. Would you let a restaurant play your CD on a loop, a Jamaican restaurant, for free?
So that's a tough predicament right there.
Where would you draw the line?
Yeah.
Would you be in memes? Would you be in a TikTok video with 6 seconds to, you know what I mean? Where would you draw the line?
So
I'm not talking about like the free stuff. I'm talking about like extrapolate that. Like go into other stuff. Like, would you be in a would you license your beat to a commercial? Where would you draw the line?
Yeah, so that's what I mean. I can't speak for you, but I know for me, like, most of my music's registered through like a royalty program.
Yeah.
So I have no control over like I could say, like, yeah, use my joint, like, put that in your YouTube video, whatever. But the royalty company or YouTube or whoever might recognize that as a copyright infringement, and that might have nothing to do with me.
Most of the time.
What about your future stuff? Would you be willing to do the? I don't know if Russ did it, but like there's other people. It happened a lot in like the dubstep scene where they just put their stuff in like Call of Duty videos and shit like that, and they would put. You know what I mean? They would be part of that, and they'd be like, "Yo, just put me in."
So part. All right.
Like, would you create some free music?
All right. So I'll put this to then, like, I'll apply it to my most current situation. It's like one of the things is like now in working with Barney, who does, you know what I'm saying, like, who makes music, is making, because I feel like, to your point about doing multimedia, doing everything, etc., etc. Currently, right now, we're playing just like free copyright music, chill hop, or etc., etc., etc. Right? But why? Like, how come? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, welcome to your Daddy Doe Show. You been knowing what it is. You been knowing what it does, baby. You here with us live.
Ooh, Craig got a smooth one.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've talked about this. Like, imagine, you know what I'm saying, Barney does the whole soundtrack for the show.
Neighborhood Ryan.
Yeah, or you know what I'm saying, let Midnight Spices come in and come DJ and do like, you know what I'm saying, like play his own joints behind for the background music.
Yeah,
that is the Daddy Doe Show. Right,
but,
so like,
but also,
for me personally, like I've done TikTok, I've done, you know what I'm saying, like all of these things, all of the necessary things, but I personally, to my point about wanting to be bigger, like I want to be the YouTube person who I would ask to play as their intro. No, you heard that unreleased song, that 15 seconds of a song that you never heard, but I recorded it 2 years ago and you still think it's fire? Yeah, that's mine. I own it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and the video that you're watching, whatever, it's a Young Coffee production. This is mine. I own it.
Two things about that though. Go back to what Jose was talking about. I feel like with that stuff, all of the things that you mentioned are big, have big promotional value. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
so would you be willing to, for free, or just say, hey, listen, I'm gonna grant Barney on his YouTube channel where he dissects hip hop history. I'm gonna give him for a year in perpetuity, but 6 months, or these 3 videos. I'm gonna put that, and then in the intro tagline at the bottom, you know what I mean? Yo, Daddy Doe. Something like that. You're giving it for free, but you're adding kind of extra value you're adding extra value in the fact that maybe you're getting more eyeballs.
And it's not even so much giving it away for free though.
Right.
It's more so investing in another creator.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Is this person that's reaching out to you, do you value them as a creator the same way they value you?
There's so
do
many
you look
factors.
at the shows on their YouTube channel and
how do you feel then? Okay. How do you feel then about like when people mention you that you may or may not want to be mentioned by?
I can't. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm desperate for attention all the time to get people to listen to my music. So it's like I can't really think of anybody that, you know what I mean. It's like,
but I think I feel like it's a silly thing to talk about, but it is a thing that you know what I'm saying? Like, I see people either who are mentioned, who do get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I've also seen people who don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, can be mentioned by a bunch of people and don't necessarily, you know what I'm saying? Because you get on the story, you get the reshare and the share back and the whatever. Like, I know people just, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't, and I'm not talking about big people, but like who don't acknowledge it because maybe they feel like there is no value. To your point about value in what you're sharing and who you're sharing back and forth.
Yeah, but you're talking about social media.
No, but I'm saying like with everything, right? Like within YouTube, within somebody using your likeness in their video, because it's not, to your point, like there has to be equal value, right?
Yeah, I think if you respect,
has to be an exchange of value.
Yeah, if I'm gonna essentially like provide you something of mine for no like monetary compensation, then that line of compensation needs to be replaced by something else of value.
Yeah,
where it's like, yo, you know what, like your show brings in like 60,000 viewers a week and you put out a new episode every week. That has immense value to me. So let me give you my music as an exchange for the promotional value that you bring for doing your show.
I want my 15 seconds of music in front of those 60,000 eyeballs.
But if someone
I'll
is
get
like
you that exclusive license
that's
to play
like
that.
But if someone is like, I'm making my first video game, can I use one of your tracks?
Yes.
Then for me, that is definitely not an instant yes. It would have to be someone I know, someone I know.
It's valuing the creator of it.
If I don't know anything about their skill of making video games and their aesthetic, all of that stuff, then I'm not gonna.
Even that, isn't video games such like a big medium too? Because like video game could be like some crazy, I don't know like the tech of it, but you know, could be some like high level like PC or console gaming, or it could be like, you know, like a 8-bit cell phone game.
Yeah.
And it's like which one of those has you know value to you as a creator? So it's like those things too, where it's like you have to have like the full scope of what the new thing is going to be.
And you have to have a
and
full.
That's all part of
self
management. It's
and facts. And you have to figure out where what medium is going to fit best for you, right? Because like, I don't play video games. I do play video games. Listen.
We're a gaming channel. What are you talking about?
I am a gaming channel.
Welcome to Yo Daddy Doe Gaming.
Gaming channel. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but would you put like, You know what I'm saying? Like in that fine line, it's like what you would like or who you would like and what they represent. To your point, like it's still, I guess it's always supporting the creator. Like,
yeah, and if someone, and
like I wouldn't invest in I wouldn't invest in a video. I wouldn't invest trying to put my money into a video game when I don't necessarily play video games that way, and I don't know.
You got to be careful too, because you can associate yourself with people online.
Yeah,
there are people who literally higher echelons of like popular YouTubers who've had big trouble by just like posting a link to another video because they didn't check every video on that person's channel, and there happens to be one video where they talk about like anti-Semitism, and they that's it. Like, not that their career is over, but they can take a huge hit.
It could, explode. I mean, you definitely have to be surgical in like how you want to partner with somebody. But on the other hand, it's do
your research.
But also, for example, you don't want to go swing too far in the other extreme. Like, you don't want to give every YouTuber and just send 1,000, 10,000 DMs and say, "Yo, I'm gonna give you my stuff," because then also you're diluting your value and your product. So you might be on a girl that's painting her nails or doing makeup, and you might be on the intro, and is that really who you want to target? So I agree. There's a fine line that you have to kind of toe between the two.
Yep.
But I really think it's worth. I think that's like super undervalued, because if you're doing audio, it really works hand in hand with visual. Especially if because imagine there's a 10-minute video of a guy talking about the history of hip hop, and he's just droning on just in one lane. He's just on 60 miles an hour, just going straight. Or we could have a nice little track, a Yo Daddy Doe track, ease into it, a little summary in the beginning, get into it, and then an end track. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine that. Mm-hmm. That's a little bit better of an experience.
Even the background music, like the stuff that we're playing right now, the royalty free stuff. Mm-hmm. There exists a lot of non-royalty free stuff that people use and pay money to use on a daily basis. And I only bring that up because I feel like we should be in that game all day. Mm-hmm. Like we can make this kind of music pretty easily.
Well, I remember Russ came out, and I hate to bring the example up because a lot of people, they shit on Russ, and I don't. I respect his like business acumen, but remember, you probably know his story. Just one song a week, and I don't know what song it was. It might have been song 350, right? Who knows? It could have been song 72. One caught on, and then the snowball effect happened there. But then here's the thing. You want to have, when you get that spark, you want to have that back catalog. So you say, Sho? Yeah. Okay. And then you look up Sho, and he's got 72 songs. He's got 3 EP. You know what I mean? Like, that way you already have that established. What you were talking about. You got 10 years, and that's equity. Like, on paper, like you go to a bank, you can't say that that's worth, like, $150,000.
It's important.
But when you have those eyeballs, it's cool to get attention, but the hardest part about getting attention is sustaining it. Like, as a viewer,
like if you don't have your shit together, if you don't have a website or a YouTube channel or like Spotify, your shit's not available.
Yeah.
Like you need to have those ducks in a row before you attack that.
Well, how often have you guys watched a video on YouTube that was really interesting, captivated your attention, conspiracy video, anything, and then you actually subscribed? You know how hard it is to actually subscribe?
Earlier today,
I subscribe a lot.
Do you? I think for me it's hard to.
As a personal user, I was never into that idea. But when I started the Hellhound channel, knowing how valuable subscriptions are, I've specifically made it a point to try and subscribe to channels that I think would be cool for us to like show support for. But it took me a long time.
As a personal consumer, like
as a personal, I like was never like. I mean, like, obviously we all use YouTube, but I never, like, was that deep in YouTube where I was like, yeah, man, like, this is my favorite YouTube channel. Like, let me support this creator. You know what I mean?
But you know how valuable it is to be like, hey, out of the 20 subscriptions I have, I'm subscribed to Sho. And everything that Sho does from here on out, I rock with it. But it took 12 videos for me to get there and be like, or YouTube would suggest them again after I watched that first video in its entirety.
Yeah, so speaking of which, if YouTube suggested this video to you, what are you doing? Just subscribe already.
Exactly.
Come on.
Subscribe to this guy right here.
This is what we do
Young
here.
Coffee, though.
Young Coffee.
Young Bustelo.
Campfire Bustelo.
If you did subscribe, yo, I appreciate you. If you didn't subscribe, it's probably because I didn't do my proper SEOs and my proper keywords and stuff like that. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure it out. Trying to figure out what works best, what doesn't work best, etc., etc., etc. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be part of our content moving forward too.
Yeah.
We're gonna learn together.
We're all gonna like learn together and keep like, you know what I'm saying? Because like a lot of people who are like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people be giving you some good advice.
Show's not even in his own shot right now.
No, he's not.
Would you always be adding extra people on my shot?
I got flipped around and so there you go.
Oh,
there
hey, what up, Leia?
Hey.
I appreciate that when there's multiple of me, my glasses all reflect different things. Anyway, yo, make sure you follow your boy Joe Grizzly, The Real Showtime, Joe Grizzly, also The Real Showtime again, with an A on Twitter. Look at all these glasses. They're reflecting different.
Where can we find you online, guys?
Sorry. Nowhere really. Instagram.
But you are an artist.
Then you're good.
You are an artist.
Jose is hidden online.
I'm hiding in plain sight.
You can find him.
Pretty much.
You can find Jose online.
Pretty much. If you know me, you know me.
You get a prize, a mystery prize.
Get to know me in person, please.
There you go. That's real value.
For real.
At Cody Pope HC. Across the board. Everything. Patreon.com/Hellhound Publishing. Check it out, please.
Then that everyone is the definition of a man who has his shit together.
For real.
Right?
At Cody Pope HC. What's the HC?
So
hardcore.
So it's funny. It's kind of like a double meaning because when I had like a big crew growing up and we were all called HC, but I also grew up playing in a bunch of hardcore bands and stuff like that. So like anytime hardcore bands would make like social media accounts, it would always be like super band HC, whatever, to signify that you were like the hardcore band. So originally I was like trying to put on for the crew, and like hold down the homies who would go on to leave me in trash fires. And now I just feel like I'm like doing hardcore rap, and I always been kind of like on some more raw American hip hop, like hardcore rap, reality rap kind of shit. So HC just kind of fills the hole.
Like
all
what's
the time.
your life like?
Yeah.
I rock that raw American hip hop crew neck all the
that.
time. Yo, people fuck with that.
Yeah, man, it's a movement, dude. We did the Raw American Hip Hop Fest last year. That was pretty crazy. Right before Carla Rose closed. Throwback cut, man.
Talk to him.
This is more than rap.
So we had a great time tonight. You got any closing thoughts, either of you?
Man, I always got thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
You've been dropping all the
for real.
thoughts
He's been
on us
talking
today.
shit.
No, he's been talking
like
shit.
For real.
We didn't even get to give him a proper interview. We're gonna have to bring him back for that because even after all the interesting shit Cody Pope said today, there are so many more interesting things about it.
I know, dude. That time like flew by, man. Yeah. That was like
it's time to start making the Cody Pope show.
Yo,
ooh!
Don't tell me with a good time, man.
Come down to the Zen downtown Fitchburg.
Yo, I just might, dude.
We're pretty affordable.
Hey,
I like that, yo. Invest in your economy.
Real quick, I think you have something coming up.
Yo, make sure you hit him up, players.
Now?
No, so that's gonna be coming out in April as well.
Gates.
Yeah, April's gonna be a big month. I'm going back on the road. You can catch me all over New England. I've got a surprise record as well as a couple new records coming out in April. My first scripted podcast is coming out in April called Gates. It's going to be available on all streaming networks. You can get early access to all of this stuff if you become a member of patreon.com/Hellhound Publishing. You can join for literally as low as $1 and as much as whatever you want, and you'll get early release access to music. You'll be able to stream music before it comes out anywhere else. You'll be able to read chapters of books that we're publishing. You'll be able to hear ad-free episodes of podcasts, so you don't have to like skip over the ads or whatever. We've got like exclusive merchandise for people that support us. We're like making stuff specifically for the patrons and like sending stuff out to them physically because we want to like keep the physical goods network alive. And yeah, man, I just can't stress it. Patreon.com/Hellhound Publishing, hellhoundpublishing.com. at Cody Pope HC, Raw American Hip Hop.
Bow.
You've been knowing what it is. You've been knowing what it does.
Ooh, yup. Yo, I've been having a great week. You know what I'm saying? This is my third time in the Zen Den this week.
Damn, you staying active.
We came through for Makeup Monday.
Activity.
We came through on Wednesday for a special project. I recorded it. Anybody who watched Makeup Monday saw me getting rashed in the comments by the homie Aviator.
Aviator was here a second ago.
Talking about Sho.
Is Aviator still here?
For me.
Yeah, Aviator was in the live. I don't know if he's still in there. So yeah, it came out. Just so you know, if you know what I'm saying, you can pull up at the Zen Den. You ever need to record a little verse or something like that. You know what I'm saying? A little light work. We be out here.
Light work.
You know what I'm saying? Do not pull up on me and do not have your 16 ready. Period. Oh no, you think it's a game. Do not come here.
We talked about this.
Do not come here and sit on this.
You better come through with a 32.
Don't sit on this couch and be like, I think, my second verse is not, but hold on, I gotta write a couple more bars. I gotta do, no.
Do your homework, fam.
That's it, players.
I only say that because Sho came in here. He did that verse for AVA. I'm gonna let you know right now. You know what I'm saying? Mans did that in like one take. Well, it was like two takes because like the first time he rapped it was the first time he had rapped it to anybody, and like you know what I'm saying, he was just giving bars, and I was like, damn, we should have recorded that shit. Then he just came right back with it. Consistency is key.
Cody, what should we play?
You barred him to death.
Yo,
you have to wait.
I got a couple new joints out if you want. Naked and Beautiful Funeral are both like two songs I dropped at the end of last year.
Yo, my favorite joint by Cody Pope, Days Without Eating.
Oof, it's a classic.
Oof, that's my joint.
Hey, yeah, that joint hits a little different. You know what I'm saying? It touches you in a little different spot. Pause. All right, Sho, I apologize if I took over your spot.
You always do that, but it's okay. I feel like that's just your thing. Yo, I appreciate everybody being here on the show tonight. Barney, thanks for making us look good. Thanks for lighting the incense.
Just gonna sit here and be quiet.
Yo, Jose, thank you for being here. Uncle Cody.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you guys for having me. It was great meeting you. Yeah, man. Great conversation.
Yo, Daddy Doe Show. It don't happen without your Daddy Doe and Show. Yo, we appreciate you. We're gonna leave you with Uncle Cody. Make sure you go subscribe to that YouTube. Make sure you hit that Patreon. Make sure you hit all the Patreon.
Hit us up on Patreon. Run me up on Spotify. Listen to Joe Grizzly, The Future.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to every Cody Pope record ever. On every streaming platform.
Definitely get that Days Without Sleep.
Follow the Zen Den Studios.
Make sure you go back to 2015 and listen to Days Without Eating. That's what I'm saying. I got joints all the way back. You know
Black Fruit, Spotify, come on, man. Everywhere you can find it.
Nah, Cody gave me a great idea. I'm about to put a whole bunch of unreleased shit on my Patreon.
Just to get my records mixed, spent hours driving to shows, only for them to get nixed. Gave more than 10,000 hours and showered the ground in blood, only to get more shows and have fans say it ain't enough. I'm beyond lost, can't save me with the paradigms. This paradigm raised hairs of mine got me at scary times. I'm naked. I can't take it back. Ain't no way I'll ever make it back. Can't shave a path. Took too many risks. Might have to pay it back. Lay it flat. Lay it all out. I'm depraved and sad. Searching for gold on a road that been paved with rags. Hard to please everyone and still make the time for my tasks. When an open closed workday got me right on my ass. Feel like a disgrace, like my smart's misplaced. Like the shit say should be more than shit stains. Sometimes some lines say more if you would read between. Sometimes my attitude just trying to beam the scene. Some men just want to watch the world burn, no need peace. Already in the grease, please don't call the police. Chasing the dragon or breaking the habit. All of the same, you just naked, faking magic. Laying days to waste, a bitter taste and it's tragic.